Welcome to NBT World's The Fireside. I'm Benjamin Rujopakarn.
And I'm Suphanida Janmoon. Every week we have a fireside chat exploring what's going on in Thailand, diving deep into our latest obsessions.
This episode is all about the White Lotus effect.
Sawasdee, welcome to the White Lotus Thailand ka. This is what Lisa said.
That's right.
Yeah, which is so adorable.
She gets to say the signature line.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's a little bit confused by that, let me give you a little bit of context. The White Lotus is a satirical black comedy anthology series created by Mike White for HBO. And the general premise of this series is that each season takes place at a different branch of the fictitious White Lotus resorts, and it follows the lives of the ultra wealthy, just out of touch guests and the employees that are charged with maintaining paradise at each one of these resorts. So originally, it was supposed to just be like a limited series, like a one-off series, but it just did so well in its first season. It had glowing praise and ratings, and it got 20 Emmy nominations.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, an incredible amount, and it won like 10 of them. So when it was renewed for a second season, they shifted the location to Sicily. So now it's just going worldwide, right? And of course, the third season, which just premiered, is in southern Thailand.
Yeah, it's so proud as a Thai people that they are coming here. And the biggest headline when this season was announced was that Lalisa Manoban, or Lisa, the Thai queen of pop herself, has joined the cast in her acting debut. And Lisa's star power is it's undeniable, of course, especially in Southeast Asia. And when she was photographed with art toy, if you can remember, Labubu, we have talked about it.
That's right.
On her back in the photograph, the Labubu has been sold out at that moment. And when she visited Wat Mahathat in the historical province of Ayutthaya, wearing the traditional Thai outfit, people flocked to the ancient temple, everywhere, and dressed up in traditional Chut Thai or Thai dress. Then when she featured Bangkok's Chinatown in her music video, Rockstar, people flooded to Yawarat Road. So imagine what will happen now that you have combined the pop culture powers of Lisa and the White Lotus.
It's going to be amazing. And actually, in a lot of ways, it's already being felt because last year, around the middle of the year, Koh Samui saw a 26% year-on-year increase in the searches for accommodations on the island through the digital travel platform Agoda. And that was around the time that it became public knowledge that the White Lotus was filming in Koh Samui, right? And apparently the top 5 countries of origin were Israel, India, Germany, South Korea, and Malaysia. So it's really worldwide. It's all over. Like, everybody is psyched about White Lotus coming to Thailand. And actually, just to foreshadow what's going to happen here in Thailand, this article from Elle says that the same buzz and the same increase in traffic and accommodations and bookings happened at the previous locations of the different White Lotuses. Lorenzo Maraviglia, the general manager of San Domenica Palace, which is also a Four Seasons hotel in Taormina, said that requests for reservations have, quote unquote, literally never stopped since White Lotus season 2. And the previous one, which was held in Maui, Ben Shank, general manager of Four Seasons Resorts Maui, said they experienced a 386% increase in availability checks during the first season, which is really incredible because that means that people are constantly checking their website. Like, do you have a room open yet? Do you have a room open yet? And they're just booked solid.
Yeah, they seem like want to have the experience of what the characters in the White Lotus have as well. And this is what we mean by the White Lotus effect. And people want to feel like they are stepping onto the set of their favorite shows, recreate the same scenes, and also they interact with the same props as well. This concept is also known by other names like film tourism, screen tourism, or set jetting, a kind of ผวนคำ like jet setting. You have heard about this word, but set jetting is a new one. It's for like talking about you want to be having the same experience with the character. According to the survey by Expedia Group, 2/3 of trip planners said movies and TV shows will influence their travels this year. However, the White Lotus effect is especially strong because the plot is directly related to the travel and also the accommodations.
Yeah, I mean, what I think is really interesting is that, you know, like, for example, I love movies that are like, you know, swords and sandals, like Gladiator.
Yeah.
But I can't go to like the Coliseum, or I can't book a room at the Coliseum. Even if I can visit it or reenact it, it's not going to be a one-to-one recreation. I also like Lord of the Rings a lot. I'm a huge nerd, but I can't literally visit the castle in the different movies.
Yeah, true.
As well,
true,
right?
true. I have mentioned with you guys that I love the UK's series and dramas as well. So I enjoyed visiting castles that or the filming locations for Harry Potter, the castles like that, and Downton Abbey Palace during my time in the UK. But some locations weren't that easy to access, like hotel.
Yeah, like a hotel is literally meant to be accessible.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier for people to recreate those scenes and to, you know, participate and have a relationship with the different TV shows that they like. And actually, you know, Maraviglia, which is the general manager of the season 2 hotel, he was surprised when he saw the show that it actually recreated everything one-to-one. Yeah. Like, it was the same lobby, it was the same uniforms. They actually preserved a lot of it. So the guests that stayed at his hotel were like stepping onto the set of the White Lotus. You know, they're enjoying the same luxury lifestyle as them.
Yeah.
Right?
I get that because in other films or series, I remember that they usually use, for example, bedroom, this location, but in the lobby or living room, maybe another province or another cities.
Yeah.
But this one is going to be one in the same hotel.
Well, yeah.
Mostly.
Actually, there are a few different, like, it's a composite of different hotels. But one thing I wanted to mention real quick before we get to the shooting locations is that actually, you know, originally the White Lotus season 3 was going to take place in Japan. It wasn't even actually going to come to Thailand. And this comes from, this comes from IndieWire that Japanese producer Georgina Pope, who was speaking at the Tokyo Film Festival, said that the showrunner, Mike White, was scouting locations all over Honshu.
Yeah.
And that's the main island of Japan. And she said that it was a really good scout, that she was very confident that we're going to get this major project. And she's like really happy because it's worth $35 million. But she explained, quote, here, the Thai government had just announced a renewal and improvement on their film incentive system. Yeah, a 30% rebate for their project. That meant $4.4 million alone. And at the time in Japan, we had no incentive in place at all. I could not respond with a concrete answer. So White, for you know, the showrunner, did not confirm one way or the other.
Yeah.
But we do know that he wanted an Asian location. It wasn't as though he said specifically Thailand or specifically Japan.
Yeah. One thing we can confirm is those film production rebates. We know that later in November 2024, Prime Minister Pathongtham Shinawatra visited Los Angeles to meet the Motion Picture Association, Netflix, HBO, and other Hollywood firms. She invited them to produce media in Thailand as well and underlined the fact that we are offering up to 30% cash rebates. And there are a few requirements though. So first one, for example, the lowest rebate of 15% requires foreign film production to spend at least 50 million baht or $1.4 million in the country. Then there are additional incentives like hiring Thai crew members for key positions, promoting tourism and positive images of Thailand, and lastly, filming in certain provinces.
Now, I like the idea that these rebates supported Thailand to get this project made here in Thailand.
Yeah.
But also these additional rebates really make sense to me because
how?
you don't want to just have like just 100% international crew and there's no income or job generation in the country. There's no talent or skill training in the country to share experiences. So hiring Thai crew members for the same position or certain key positions. And then also it would be weird to give somebody money or give somebody a discount on their expenses and then they do a bad image,
Yeah.
as opposed to a positive image of Thailand.
And I get your point. So it increased job positions in Thailand as well because so many Thai people are great at editing, in graphic or filming and anything. So key positions is a main thing that Thai government try to increase in order to give the discount to the companies that come to have a location to film the films and series.
That's right. And also this last part where they're saying that filming in certain provinces, which reminds me of our other episode about over-tourism where Thailand is trying to promote hidden gem cities and trying to get people to explore and promote different locations around Thailand so that we're not concentrated in only a couple places. But with this series, we do know that they relied heavily on shooting in Phuket and Koh Samui, which are big tourist locations. And it's hard to say no to the best that Thailand has to offer. According to Warner Brothers Discovery, most of the scenes of the White Lotus Hotel are the Four Seasons Resort in Koh Samui. And this includes the guest villas, the breakfast scenes, the pool, the beach, and the spirit house. There's going to be an emphasis on spirituality this season. And the hotel is located on Lam Yai. However, they also bring in other hotels and other scenes. The dinner scenes are shot at Takai, which is recommended by the Michelin Guide 2025 and is also part of Rosewood Phuket, which received 2 Michelin keys last year. That's the new rating system they have for hospitality. And you can see that they're going from the Gulf of Thailand, Koh Samui, to the Andaman Sea as well.
Yeah, then there are 3 different Anantara resorts used for various other facilities. The bar scenes were filmed at Anantara Lawana Koh Samui Singing Bird Lounge, which is covered by the canopy of the 120-year-old tree. And also the lobby, security station, diveway, employee parking, and jewelry store are all Anantara Put Koh Samui. And the wellness sanctuary is actually the spa and wellness facility at Anantara Mai Khao, Phuket.
So you can see the White Lotus is so amazing that they take, the best of so many different, hotels and to make it one amazing location, right?
Yeah.
And, you were talking about wellness, it's a big industry, but so is Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a big part of our culture and, the sports, combat sports scene. And the White Lotus Season 3 will take us to Bangla Boxing Stadium, which is in Phuket. And there will also be some other cultural scenes taking place at Wat Phu Khao Thong and Dusit Thewa Cultural Center. And those are both on Koh Samui. So there's so many locations actually to make this series. It's not just in one place. So logistically, it's probably pretty complicated.
Yeah, but actually it's in majority of the locations, it's located in the same province or same area, so it's easy to hop from one to another place as well. But I remember for some locations in the UK, for example, if I want to follow Downton and happy. I have to go to the north and the south and the northeast as well. So I think this is kind of very convenient. Also, the film production received a lot of support in addition to the cash rebates. Scott Schaefer, Senior Vice President of HBO Production, gave glowing thanks to the Ministry of Tourism and Sports and other agencies for facilitating the shooting. And he also praised Thai crew members for their professionalism.
Oh, give a shout out for Thai crew members.
So thankful.
I mean, I can understand why they they were so hospitable to the production, because for the tourism industry, it's a lot of money on the table. I mean, leaving aside even just the White Lotus effect itself, the revenue from foreign film productions is growing steadily and is expected to exceed 7.5 billion baht in the last year as well. So it's a lot of different ways to support Thailand and support the industry.
So the important question is, are you going to watch it?
Yes, I totally will. I think what sold me is that there was a promotional poster. Like, I already knew about Lisa and everything, and I was already excited and everything. But there's a promo poster of the series here in Thailand, and they use the style of a Thai mural. Like on a temple, you see like really elaborate murals, and they have a kind of flat perspective, and you can see the same thing in the promotional content for this. So I feel like they really are trying to pay respect and homage to different aspects of Thai culture.
And they have done some research.
I think so too. And, it's a great cast. Just looking here, we have Jason Isaacs, which, you'll know from Lucius Malfoy, Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
And then there's Parker Posey, which I remember from Josie and the Pussycats. She's been through a lot of other stuff as well. And then Walton Goggins, who does a lot of Westerns and was in Fallout. But I weirdly know him mostly from this episode of Community. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah. What about Lisa? You haven't mentioned Lisa yet.
That's right.
She said at the Bangkok premiere that shooting for the White Lotus was the longest time she spent in Thailand since she left for South Korea when she was 14.
Wow.
And coming here, shooting the White Lotus is the longest time. So for me, I am sold to watch it as well, because I can see her as a human, just a girl working at the hotel. She made me believe that she is a hotel employee. And in the first episode, it seems like there might be some romance between her character Mook and Kai Tok, who is played by Them Methi Thaptim Thong.
Yeah, I caught that in some of the promotional material, and some of the comments were saying that she's so natural. Surprisingly, Lisa is so natural in that motorbike scene between Mook and Kai Tok. And so, it seems like Kai Tok is crushing on Mook, but, she doesn't necessarily return those feelings because she's kind of, I think there was a different scene of her flirting with security, the bodyguards. So, sort of more high profile jobs that are at the hotel. So I really feel for Kai Tok trying to get someone out of his league, a little bit.
We have to watch it to see what's going on in the series as well. And, there is some sentence that is very famous in Thailand right now. Lisa said in the trailer that พี่ต้องเข้มแข็งกว่านี้ดิถึงจะทำงานนี้ได้อะ
Right.
And this sentence goes viral.
Right.
The meaning of the sentence is you have to be stronger to work on this job, to be in this job or be in this position. And that's the reason why it goes viral, because people have to work, maybe they don't like that job or something like that. And they have the picture. I have seen so many people have the picture of a screensaver of Lisa sitting on the table and saying that word. Yeah.
I think I would save that too. Like just every time I have to like do some writing and I just want to like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I just switch over to that screensaver.
You have
or something.
to be stronger to
You have
be
to
in
be
this position, being a producer.
Which is
and
so
a
funny.
host.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just a writer. But, you know, having Lisa tell me. But it, like in the context of him being like going from security guard to bodyguard, you know, like I think he was saying like I don't want to kill anybody. I like saving people. You know, he was talking about how he saved somebody's lives. And
that's the context.
yeah, that was the original context. And everyone's like, yeah, I have to be stronger to do
something
really non-essential, not non-essential, but like just not like life-saving kind of work.
Yeah, not related to the real context in the films.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what the tone might be.
Yeah.
You know, we talked a little bit about how like it seems like they're really trying to pay homage and respect to different aspects of Thai culture.
Yeah.
Right. And so one of the actors on this set, it was national artist Lek Patharawadi Michuthon, who said, and she plays the hotel owner Sitala.
Yeah.
She praised the script. And she praised the showrunner's understanding of Thai culture as well. So that, I think, is a huge vote from a national artist especially. And she said originally at the Bangkok premiere that she wasn't going to take this job, actually. She was saying that, like, I'd much rather be teaching. I'm, you know, a teacher. I like being with my students and stuff. But then eventually she was convinced that, you know, it's a great opportunity for her to learn about, you know, the American system of filmmaking and how everybody, you know, collaborates and works together to make it a success. And she said that she had she really enjoyed her time on set, just like, I think she used the word read, like trying to like squeeze all of the knowledge and experience and just asking everybody like how they do their job. And so she has there's this knowledge transfer, you know, that she can bring back to her students as well. Now, so that's, you know, one of the cast members, but another person, Jason Isaacs, he said in a different interview that Mike White is a very twisted man. And if he wasn't a brilliant screenwriter and director, he'd be deep in therapy. End quote,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah, so it's interesting, like, because in Thai media, we worry about whether or not, you know, we'll be respectful enough of different cultural icons and the Thai identity. We often think about, like, what is Thainess? And because, you know, this series has a more satirical tone, I think we can expect, you know, some subversion of, you know, the sort of Eastern spirituality. I think he was talking about that earlier.
Yeah. The mood and tone. Talk about it. Interestingly, Dom Hadergoon mentioned that he hadn't done many projects with black comedy before White Lotus. I think this is somewhat new genre in Thailand that is not well explored. Yeah. And also it would be interesting to see that Thai audiences think about this season or the whole series.
I think in general, like, you know, not to undersell like Thai productions, but for a long time anyways, it's very slapstick. I think we explored that a little bit, where it felt like the comedy is very, you know, it's sort of it's very slapstick is all I'm gonna say. It's very sort of Jim Carrey kind of comedy.
Yeah.
And it's very sort of it's very specific to, like, this is only funny. There's not this layer of satire necessarily. Although I did feel some of that in the series, I think it's Satu, right?
Yeah.
The Believers, where they were exploring how, you know, these con men basically are trying to exploit the donation system with temples.
Yeah, and show the dark side of the industry or the religious businesses, something like that. Yeah, it's kind of like that we can see this genre more in Thailand. But black comedy, I would say this is one of the first series that Thai people would like see more and learn more about it, especially when they have Lisa in it. You know, you have mentioned about Mike White, and I have read some article about Mike White as well, that he gave an interview that at first he was worried about having Lisa in the show, but finally when the trailer is out and the feedback is like so many feedback from the audience, he said that it's one of the best idea having her in the scenes, because she didn't attract too much of attention from people. She was natural, like you
she
said.
doesn't pull focus. She's not melodramatic. I think that's a real risk when you cast somebody who's not like a career actress. Like this is her debut, right?
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
I want to know, what do you think? Are you excited for season 3 of the White Lotus? Will you be visiting any of the locations here in Thailand?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. You can catch all episodes of Fireside on NBT World's YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify.
Thank you, and we'll see you all next time at White Lotus Thailand.
สวัสดีค่ะ บ๊ายบาย